We're here. It's the SHU Swamp Preserve. Thinking we're in Locust Valley. If we're not, we're real close. Mill Neck, maybe. No fishing. The North Shore Wildlife Sanctuary, SHU Swamp in Mill Neck, Long Island. I believe we're here at the parking lot. So I guess I'll start with the red loop, and then when I come across the blue loop, I'll grab that. Looks like a plan, Stan. Just met a nice gentleman. Had a nice conversation about ticks. He's rightfully worried. It could do you a lot of harm. So be careful, kids, when you're out in the woods. Make sure you do your tick check. This is really pretty. It's very low land, very wet. I suppose that's why they call it a swamp. There we go. This is where it dead ends. I suppose it almost looks like a campsite. Yeah, it dead ends right here. I figured there might be a bench or something. Oh, it doesn't dead end here. Hold tight. Well, conflicting information. I just looked at the map that I took a picture of at the entrance, and we're on the red trail doing a clockwise run around the red. So this is the continuation of the trail, and it's getting more and more tight. I'm having a hard time believing this is a trail. Really? I'm gonna get my feet wet. Beautiful water. I can't believe this is a trail. Squish. No. If anything, this is a deer trail. Look, deer don't build dams, bridges. We're gonna go back to that intersection and take the other direction. This reminds me of the creek that I grew up on. It's kind of the same terrain. Swampy salt marsh. And that's the dead end that we just came from. That's where we started the walk from. This was the left turn at the intersection that we're gonna find out where it goes, I guess. An old chain link fence. You figure. That's odd. There's a railroad tracks right in front of me, up that hill, assuming Long Island Railroad. Ah, airplanes. Oh, we got a little bit of everything here. Whoa, big fish right by my head shadow. Look at that. Is that a carp maybe? Wow, it's got to be 1.5 feet long. There's another one. I'm hoping that you can see that right down there. That's probably the Oyster Bay Nature Preserve. Like that body of water between Bayville and Oyster Bay. This place is teeming with fish. That's Beaver Lake. On the opposite side of that body of water is the SHU Swamp. What a beautiful spot. Not the easiest place to get to. There's no parking anywhere in this village, so I'm parked over at SHU Swamp. I'm good there till 7 o'clock. Right back there, there's a small tunnel that lets the water breeze through and allows the fish to migrate in. This is where the fish come in from the salt water into the fresh. That galvanized steel in the middle that gives the fish an easy way to swim from one body of water to the other. Now, saltwater fish that need to spawn in fresh water can swim right up through here and through this galvanized chute, which brings them up into Beaver Lake, where they spawn. Actually, they go all the way up into SHU Swamp, where I saw those big fish swimming around. Pretty crazy stuff. Very special area. I think that's the Oyster Bay Wildlife Sanctuary out there. Lots of birds. Swimming with fish. I hope you guys can see these. I don't know, sometimes you can't see through water these shots, but amazing. Big fish. What a nice place to live. Poor Evelyn passed away in 1972. She wasn't that old. She delighted in the outdoors, in the beauties of this sanctuary. It's just unreal. The colors are gorgeous, by the way. Oh, here we go. Here comes a train, huh? The trail goes. Wow, this fish is leaving a wake. I can't believe it. You see them here? 1, 2, 3, 4 whale-sized fish. I guess when the shit's the fan, this will be the place to get some fish. What do we got here? A high road and a low road. They all go to the same place. There's a little runoff from the railroad tracks. I hear a car. Is that a blue heron I see just sitting there minding his own business? Shh. It's a statue. We're back at the parking lot. Yeah, it was a blue heron. I was right about that. Not only a blue heron, it's a great blue heron. In memory of Sarah. That was the red loop. We're going to try to find the blue one next. Alright, this is the bridge. This is where the blue trail should veer off to the left after this bridge. Alright. This is where we went last time. So this should be the blue trail. A little bit mucky. This is not the preserve to come through midsummer. I would imagine this place is Mosquito City. Water is beautiful, crystal clear. Fed by artesian wells. Oh, it's icy, icy cold. There's the blue trail. Oh boy. Oh boy, mud. I love mud. Thick mud. Walking like a duck. And the water is the most important part of this series of preserves. It's all about pumping fresh water out into the oyster bay, because the oysters need that blend of fresh and salt water. So this is the livelihood of thousands of people, food for even more. Oh, place to take a break. It's nice. Ah, I think our graffiti artist from Muttontown has gotten here. It looks like his work. Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh, this must be the old SHU Swamp Road. Hi, SpongeBob. Sons of Imperials. Chewie, angle the deflectors. Prepare to make the jump to hyperspace. Interesting. A fork in the road I wasn't expecting. Let's cross the bridge. We're going to have a seat on that nice little bench. Maybe have a sit down here for a little while. Okay, I've got it figured out. We just crossed that bridge. We're on the blue trail. We're doing great. Now, if I go back across that bridge and head down the trail over here, that'll bring me down to a Beaver Dam Pond. Beaver Brook Road. I passed by that exit. There's a little trail coming out. It's all covered in ivy. So I think I'm going to do it. It doesn't seem all that long. It's no longer than what I've already done. Let's do it. Now this part of the trail is going to come in handy at some point in the future. I want to devise a trail going all the way from the Hope Goddard Island Preserve through the planting fields, through Upper Francis Pond, and into SHU Swamp. We're heading upriver now. Everything's heading towards the pond, St. Francis Ponds. Not St. Francis, Upper Francis Pond. Too many years in Catholic school, I put a saint in front of everything. Alright, things are starting to jam up a little bit here. There's a bridge with a little more graffiti on it. So this is the lower Francis Pond. It's private. houses on the side of it. Back in that direction is the preserve. See, I saw this trail over here. I'm glad I didn't have to come through here. We're heading back to complete the blue loop. So this would be where I go into SHU Swamp Preserve after leaving the Upper Francis Pond Preserve. And then we will cross the bridge where we took that break, and then we will continue on the blue loop back to the parking lot. And we'll call this one shot. Yeah. Don't you just want to see what's in there? Hello! It's a nice workout, this preserve. I mean, by the time you're done doing the 2 loops, you've put a decent amount of miles on. There's nothing easy about this walking too. It's up and down terrain, mud, and jumping over things. It's fun. It's a good one. I wouldn't want to be here in July, June, May. I'm sure the mosquitoes will appreciate you stopping by. Not to mention the ticks. I haven't seen any wildlife yet. A couple of birds. And look how pretty that is over there. Alright, straight ahead is the trail that I came down on. The red trail is that way. This is where the blue trail loops. This is where I took a break a little earlier. Took the map. So now this is the return part of the blue loop. Oh, this is poured concrete. Wow, this has been here for a while. Well, frankly, this is turning out to be one of the nicest hikes I've done. It's very secluded back here, quiet. Especially in the center portion where I am now. I haven't heard any noise for a while. Must be pretty far away from the roads. Beautiful light here in the woods. For the woods, you never see light like this, huh? And you know, snowfall setting in, leaves are falling. What will be nice, break out my snowshoes this winter and come back here. Watch that first step. So this one is not quite as relaxed as Up Francis and Hope Goddard. No dogs allowed, leash or not. Sorry. Birds taking off in every direction every time I turn a corner. It's a nice area. I love these forest ferns. Very nice. Very dry. Huh? It's such a wet place. We must be gaining some elevation here. You can see the creek's down nice and low. Well, this bridge is kind of sketchy. Stay on the pipe. Don't walk in the middle. It's like we're coming up on that trailhead that we saw as we drove here. And it's not much of a trailhead. That should be Frost Mill Road. Yeah, she can get through. If you had to. There's nowhere to park. Now this is looking more like a trailhead. Chain link fence with an opening. This is probably the old SHU Swamp Road, would be my guess. On the other side of this is what, Dogwood Lane? I saw that. I drove over there. Yeah, civilization. Mail truck. It looks like this just skirts the fence the whole way back. There's the parking lot. Success. Gotta admit, I'm a little tired. But it was a well worthwhile endeavor. Some good exercise, fresh air, sunshine. So welcome to the Charles T. Church Nature Sanctuary, a property of the North Shore Wildlife Sanctuary Incorporated. I guess those are the old owners. No bikes, no dogs, no fishing.